let me talk about your microbiome a little bit more. And I want to use an analogy, because analogies are really easy to share. So as we know, research really shows that your microbiome can play a crucial factor in our weight, and it's key to vibrant health. Your gut is a veritable garden of life. When you care for your garden, your health flourishes. When you don't care for it, your health plummets. And I want you to think of your gut as your inner garden, and you're the gardener. So what do you need to do with your garden? You need to weed, seed, feed, and protect. And we want to weed with BioCleanse and ProBio 5. You want to seed with Vital Biome. You want to feed it with Slim. And you want to protect it with X Factor Plus. So let me go through the very first step, which is weed. So weeds, those are the bad microbes and intestinal yeasts that create dysbiosis. The dysbiosis is affecting 60% of us. Weeding is hard work. You have to keep at it every single day. Things you need to do is eliminate the sugar. And that includes alcohol. Bad news, there's a lot of sugar in alcohol. Because bad microbes and yeast thrive on sugar. You want to avoid gluten, because gluten damages the gut lining. You want to avoid processed foods, because that harms the good bacteria in your system. You want to take ProBio 5, because that helps keep intestinal yeast in balance. Very important. You need to take BioCleanse, because it helps clean the GI system and remove those harmful microbes that are there. So step number 2 is seed. You want to replenish the good guys. That's so important. Too many of us have bad microbes in our system. That's that dysbiosis I keep talking about. You want to shift the balance from the bad to the good, and you want to seed your gut garden with probiotics. Probiotics will rebalance your microbiome and help inhibit the growth of bad bacteria and yeast. So it's really important to seed with more probiotics in your system. And you have to keep reseeding. There are lots of assaults that happen every single day to us, and you've got to keep your good microbes thriving every single day. The third step is to feed. Now, prebiotics are fibers that are food for good microbes that thrive in that environment. They're like superfood for your gut garden. That's how you want to think of it, superfood. The prebiotics increase levels of good microbes in just a few days. You'll really start getting those benefits quickly. However, those benefits can disappear in just a week if you remove prebiotics from your diet. So your good microbes need the food, and you need to keep feeding it. So that's really, really important to keep feeding your gut. The fourth step is to protect. And this is very, very important. When we eat red meat and a lot of processed foods, harmful compounds are produced as protein is digested. And those harmful compounds can include things like ammonium. And it can be very damaging to your gut. And we want to keep our gut healthy. And so trying to manage the Western diet is a really important thing, where X Factor Plus can really help. Polyphenols, like those that are in X Factor Plus, reduce the production of these harmful compounds. Polyphenols also increase lactic acid. That lowers gut pH, and that's an environment bad bacteria don't like. So that's another reason you need to protect your microbiome at the same time. Now, your microbiome can be damaged very, very quickly, and let me talk about that for a second. One course of antibiotics, just one, can hurt your microbiome for an entire year. A high animal fat, high sugar diet can shift your microbiome in just 24 hours. Poor sleep can reduce certain types of good microbes by 50%. And stress, as I talked about yesterday, can damage your gut, and it can damage your gut's intestinal lining, which is a big deal. And as we know, the great news is that Plexus can help.